Fresh it. I gotta pause it.
I already muted mine.
I haven't muted mine yet. What's up, man?
Another day in paradise, So, just been busy playing around in the Funko universe. Another day in paradise. Oh, I turned that down. Why is it still showing? There we go. But your collection of Funko Pops is growing.
Growing your collection, huh?
Yeah, you are too.
Grows, man, it just happens.
It's like they multiply overnight.
Yeah, dude, they just start multiplying. Dude, my wife actually, she's getting a little better at finding Funko Pops for me. I'm surprised.
Yeah. Now, which ones did she say you got today?
Which ones?
Yeah.
I'll show you here in a second. Is my music too loud?
I don't think so. It sounds good to me.
Let's turn that down just a little bit. It's coming out of the same speaker I'm listening to you from, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it'd come out of a different. There we go.
Well, hopefully they don't have to hear me twice. I feel bad for them if they do.
We're trying to start the show up, talk about toys, talk about collections, talk about Funko Pops.
I mean, we talk enough during the week about it, so we figured we might share a little bit with everyone if they want to see this kind of stuff, just whether it's talking about new releases or maybe finding the vaulted pops that you didn't know were vaulted, or telling the differences between. You think you did a video on that about like the fake ones versus which ones to look out for. Little just collect your pieces that all of us should know. So.
Dude, I think that was a pretty good video to do, like showing fake pops and showing real pops, because some people out there, man, they're in a buy of crap. They don't watch out.
Yeah, and I would hate for someone to have a collection that they bought somewhere and didn't know, and they go, look at this, and you're like, yeah, that's not the real one. I've looked and noticed, like, when you're buying some of these Funko Pops, like, that some of them have the sticker, right? And it's an exclusive, and you go, where's the sticker? And then you look and it doesn't have the right imprint or anything like that. You're just like, yeah, that's a fake. So
you definitely know that. I mean,
Tommy said, is this Call of Duty? No, this is not Call of Duty. Now we're going to hang out and talk a little bit of toys and stuff. It's something me and Marcus have always talked about, toys, collecting, things like that. So we're going to have some fun and hang out.
Not just toy collecting, I mean card collecting.
Oh, yeah, all kinds. Like,
what's going on, Tommy?
All kinds of stuff.
What's going on, Tommy? Just kind of having fun with it, a little late night fun thing got going on. A lot of people.
Hey, Marie, welcome in.
What's up, Marie? Yeah, a lot of people are collecting all kinds of stuff. There's all kinds of stuff to collect. That's kind of why I want to do that.
Tommy said.
Thought you both die together on a date.
That is hilarious. If anything, we're dying in Warzone, but we haven't even played Warzone or anything in forever. I mean, I still play Search and Destroy, but that's about
staying busy, man.
Yeah. So
who got time for Warzone?
Yeah, Tommy stays busy with his podcast though, so enough for all of us.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
yep. But man, my wife's getting better at looking for pops and stuff like that.
Right.
Brought me some good ones today.
Let me see what she got. Because
so I got some.
Start sitting there sourcing for us. Oh heck yeah! Target exclusive Scottie Pippen.
Wait.
Oh, that's the white USA jersey. Got it.
Yeah, the USA Olympic jerseys.
That's wicked. I like those. I'm not much of an NBA collector, but I like those.
Yeah, I got a Karl Malone.
A legend. He is a legend.
She even brought me some anime. She found me some cool anime pops. I can't pronounce it. Hatsune Miku.
I don't even want to try to butcher that name.
But get this, like, she found me this pop right here. $10 pop, man. This one's $40.
That's crazy.
$40 PPG, and it's still brand new. Like, this one's gonna be like, This one's gonna be probably like a $200 pop. I'm showing you now.
We're going to see. We're going to come back and see you in 6 months to a year and see where it's at.
I don't even think it's 6 months. I think here in maybe like a year, a year, or maybe less. I don't know. $40 for a 2021 pop. It might be 80, 150 here in a couple of months. Like my Naruto pop I sold.
There you go.
That was $160.
Man,
pretty quick.
You might be tempted to keep that a part of like your Grail collection though.
Yeah.
So
I'll throw it in my daughter's collection. You know, I got her into collecting pops now.
That's dangerous when you have the kids collecting though.
You got Vision.
Yep, the white Vision from the end of the series.
These are popular now.
Yep.
They've been, those are real good.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
I don't know. She's doing better, man. She even found me a Chase pop. She didn't really know, but she's like, hey, I found one with a Chase sticker. And that turned out to be like a $40 pop off the bat, too, for $8.
Man, I feel like everywhere that I go and hunt for Funkos or anything like that, if there's a limited edition, you're not going to find it on our shelves. Because, like, if it's a Chase, they don't even put it out. Like, the people who put it out and work at these places know, and they're going to pull it and not even put it out and buy it themselves. And I wish that it wasn't like that, but things happen. But I can tell you, I've not seen a Chase on a shelf. Period.
Yeah, and that surprised me because it was there at Walmart, and they had barely put them out. She's like, they barely put these out. I was like, look through there. She's like, hey, I found one with a Chase sticker.
Talking about Walmart, I think that's a good one. It kind of leads us to the worst Funko Pop series that I have seen in the recent times.
You got any of those?
Yeah. The Marvel.
Shamefully
show this thing. The Lucha Libre edition, man.
Lucha Libres, man. Those are some, I don't know. In my opinion, those suck. The lineup sucks, man.
It's because, I don't know. I feel like they just didn't, I don't know. It's all the colors, but it's just, I don't know. It just seemed very boring to me.
I mean, they made like a Wolverine.
Yeah.
They made what other ones they have in there?
They had Invicto, so I wanted to say that was Magneto. Invicto is Magneto. And then they have an Iron Man, which I have not seen, but I know he's out there. I sold a Captain Marvel. I even sold the Green Hulk. I think the Hulk sold the most, and I think that's just because of the green and the popularity. And he was El Furioso. And I think that's the thing. So like, it's like, why didn't they just say Smash or something? Like, but I don't know. I thought that was hilarious. And I was like, at first I was like, okay, pick them up for a few bucks. They might be worth something.
Yeah.
They're not even worth what you
get
put in
Tommy's gonna start collecting Funko Pops. He's gonna have them in his background before you know it.
Yeah, Tommy, can I just mail you this one, Tommy? Because I just want to get it. Like, say this. I want to put this in your background.
That's horrible, man. I would burn it.
What? No, I see. I can't. Okay, in good conscience, burn money. I
mean, that won't sell. Is it worth money? You think it'll sell? I mean,
I don't know. I'll throw it in at some point and maybe get $5 for it.
Maybe you might get lucky.
Maybe I'll get my money back out of it. So
there's new Funko Pops coming out. There's always new ones, and now they're a big thing. Their sports cards are a big thing.
Yeah, I think. Yes. Yeah, they just dropped. I talked to one of the guys that we deal a lot with, and he said that he'd be more than welcome to come and hang out with us one night. He does a lot of like the cards and the pack breaks and stuff like that, pack ripping, and so we'll probably have one of the guys from Bleacher Breaks come on and hang out with us in the future. So, but yeah, he actually I bought a few of the cards from you, and then I got some of the ones out of the rip from him. But some of these cards are wicked, man.
People
check that
out. Them, man. People like
them. Look at that cracked ice and it's autograph.
Yeah.
So, I think it's great. Like, and even this one, I'm a big Tar Heels fan. I got this one from you.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
Logan Warmouth.
Yep. He good kid too. Can throw the ball like crazy though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
they got everybody everybody calls them now. They're like slabs, I got slabs. That's funny to me, man.
They turned it into a I guess, into their own slang a little bit, you know.
Yeah, I mean, heavy card collectors called it that, but like
Right,
it's funny when you hear people that are like, "Oh, hey, never sold cards,
like,
but here's some slabs." Yeah, which one is that? Is that Michael Jordan?
Yeah, that's my Jordan.
Nice. I
Yeah.
mean, there's all kinds of things people collect, man. Like my cards. I mean, I'm gonna show a few different things I collect. You know.
Oh yeah.
But like even like here's a slab, but this is a Pokemon card. This is like a $60 to $80 card.
Man, Pokemon in the last like 18 to 20 months has like really blown everybody out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
You know, right before pre-COVID, you know, like I was surprised. Like I saw the packs and stuff rising. Like people go, "Yeah, I bought this box for 40 and I turned around and resold it for 90." And I'm like, why? And next thing I know, the same boxes they bought for 40 for a hobby box are selling for $250 a box.
Yeah.
And I just, kind of was late on that train.
Because they collect them, man. They do.
They
want that.
They want to buy it and hold on to it. And it's kind of like the same way, like I have not found a Chase yet, but I hope to in the Funko. But I was going to tell you some of the new Funkos got released today. They have Spider Girl, but they have so
you got that pulled up.
Yeah, it's right here. But see, here's the main edition. So do you remember the Miles Morales one that had the web when he was in his which suit that was? When I heard Pokemon, I thought, oh, I'm dead. Tommy's over here being crazy. Now, the web is actually the same web look as the original one from the Miles Morales that I got. And I got it somewhere. I thought to maybe pull that up later. But the blue edition being the Chase, I think that's a good look. Like I don't really see that too often, and I don't think they use that too much inside the comic either to use the Midnight edition. So that's gonna be pretty neat to see if we can find a blue Chase. So
what else they got coming out?
Doug Days with pups, and then Agent Carter on the back of what looks like the original
Iron Man.
Riding on the back of the original Iron Man.
Agent Carter's riding Iron Man. That don't sound good when I say it, but
no, it doesn't.
That's what it is.
It really, I mean, if you see it, that's exactly what it is. So, but yeah, like I don't know, we just got some odd releases, except for the Marvel one, and like in that one, and again, it is for the What If series,
right?
So I don't know if there was ever a speculation of like them two teaming up, or I don't think their timelines ever really crossed. So like we'll see. But
they just came out with a black Superman that was pretty awesome, in the black suit,
right?
Hot Topic. That's a pretty cool one.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh man, he has the black suit. I think it's a pretty good one. It's a pretty good grab if you find it.
Yep, because I thought that was pretty neat with all the status of that. So yeah. But yeah, we oh my goodness. I wish my back would stop hurting. Man. But let's see. I forgot what else I was going to tell you about that. I believe I saw in the October release, if I'm not mistaken, they're bringing out another edition for the new season of The Mandalorian. They are bringing out another child edition. So that's one I might look out for, because even this one, it's not worth a lot right now. But once the show comes back, this thing ought to go on up a little bit. So,
oh yeah, there's been a few things. I mean, it got really popular as a child, and
yeah,
a lot of people don't even know his name yet. It's funny,
right?
His name's Grogu. They're like, no, it's not. That's Baby Yoda. I'm like, no, it's not.
It's not Yoda at all.
It has the name Grogu. It has a totally different name. It's not Yoda. People don't realize that yet.
Well, not everyone is going to get it out the gate. But that's just part of it, like, let's see. Now, what you were telling me earlier, what other slabs are you collecting? Are you going to keep any of the ones that you got?
Man, I have some Michael Jordan that I collect. I got a lot of Dallas Cowboys because I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. So I kept a lot of those,
Right.
some that I've been holding on to. I'm just holding on to those. Maybe I could sell them in the future. A lot of people see collecting cards as investments. So,
Right.
like, I got some Tom Brady
Right.
cards that I think are going to be pretty good. I
Yeah,
mean,
that ought to
even
be
just like glove cards turn out to be all right.
Oh
This
yeah.
right here is Anthony McFarlane.
There you go.
That's like a $60 card. It's not graded yet, and that's just right out the bat. Pretty thick
That's
card
crazy.
in a case.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, these are really cool.
Yeah, I used to collect them, and I remember growing up collecting cards, and it was like a weekly tradition, right? Like to go get you a couple packs from the gas station, and you pray to God they didn't like destroy the box trying to open it, and you get home and you get a couple bent cards, and you're like, man, this is terrible. But yeah, it's now I think it's been taken more seriously, which is nice to see.
Way serious. I mean, it's like people are heavy on these cards nowadays, man. It blows my mind.
I would like to go Sunday. I think Sunday or Monday, the Targets here will drop anything they got on the weekend. They'll put the cards out on Sunday or first thing Monday morning. And every time I have eaten and got up to go, if you're not there at like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, you're not getting a box. Like they could put 12 boxes out and someone has toted 12 boxes out. Like it's ridiculous. And I don't know if I'm ever going to get a hobby box. Like I want to find one and find it at retail.
Yeah. I mean, they're slowly starting to come back out. They're putting them back out on the shelves,
but they'll be gone before. Like, I feel like that's just the thing. It's just like, I feel like people have it like scouting. They have them at every place. They have like 10 or 12 people. They have all split some money up and they go, all right, here's what we're doing. We're all buying, and you're going to buy a box. I'm going to buy a box, and whoever can buy, we're all coming back. So
yeah, that's how it's going to be for a while, man. And I was deeply disappointed. I got some Funko Pops in today. And these are going to be like pretty good ones. They're going to be. Hold on, let me look this up real quick. I got to show you.
I'm already scared.
I got to show you this. So this is a Superman pop I ordered.
I'm kind of nervous for you.
This thing is $190 PPG already.
Yeah, Tommy, the hangers and stuff are fine. But what I refer to is like the hobby where they'll give you like, of course, they'll give you like your autograph drops, but it's also more of the chase for the different series, like individual pieces. So you might have like a memorabilia piece that you're not going to find in a hanger. And just like that one card that Marcus had, that's like a $60 card. That would be just considered a memorabilia piece versus being a auto. So, but yeah, I'm looking for a full box auto of hobby, like without having to drop $200, $300, $400 for it.
Yeah, so, just like when Pokemon cards, you couldn't even find them. I was finding them at a grocery store. They had like the small little packs, and even those packs would throw in like a $20 Charizard card or something like that.
Yeah, Tommy said they don't even put them out there anymore. They just started putting them back at like Walmart and Target here. So I think it might be slowly coming in because I want to say that was mid-June. I want to say it was. So it's been about a month now, a little over a month.
They don't have them here yet, Tommy. We're still waiting on them.
So
I haven't seen them in the stores. So kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Card shops.
Yeah.
Hobby shops. Yeah.
We don't have a lot of those here. And that's why I'm kind of in that predicament of hunting them, because we don't have a lot of the hobby shops and stuff like that here. So
it's just pretty so small over there where you're at, right? Like
it's not even that
this outside area. They don't have some in the city. Like
I'm sure there's a couple in the city, but if you know anything about it, like right now, like to buy a pre-order box that you would pre-order it, let's say for $100, they're going to get their cut of the pie. Don't you fret there. Like, if you pre-order, we're going to spend $150.
No, you got to wait on that shit too.
Yeah, you got to wait.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll get one of the guys for Bleacher Breaks in here, and we'll talk about, hey, can you talk to us about the behind the scenes? Like what does it really take to get these boxes? Because man, they get boxes every single day. Like it's crazy. Yeah, they started gouging them pretty heavily, Tommy. I noticed it easily 20 to 30% out the gate. So it makes it tears into the collectible factor more than anything for me. Like I want to do a box just for me. And it's not even for the resale. It's not for anything. It's just because I actually enjoy collecting the autos, and I didn't realize how much I missed it until we got back into this and just talking about it, and got a few. And I'm like, oh man, this is not a good road to be into. Hey Tracy, it's good to see you.
What's up, Tracy? Seen her jump in.
Yeah, she jumped right on in, didn't she? But so show us how bad or good your grail is that you got.
Dude, this is $190 pop, right? $190. Look how they ship this shit.
Don't do it.
$190 pop.
Please tell me that's a box.
I'm gonna open this shit up, man.
Please tell me that's a box.
There's no like box in there. I can feel the Funko Pop window.
Oh no.
I don't feel box. Hopefully it's in a soft protector. But still, even in a soft protector, man, you don't ship. A lot of people ship these things and they don't know how to ship a damn Funko Pop. It's not that hard. Yes, eBay. This is eBay. They're terrible at shipping Funko Pops on eBay. I'm gonna open this shit up though. Like
I'm saddened. The first thing you said was $190.
This is another eBay one. Look, they use duct tape. I'm like, what has eBay gone to, man? Like, god damn. I mean, I've sold Funko Pops and I ship them in a big box. That's not gonna tear up your budget that much. And this is an 8x6x4. I've shipped them in 8x6x6s. So you have the space around the floating area.
Yeah,
right.
The headroom on the box.
I mean, even this is pretty terrible because once you crush that, that's still close to the pop.
Right.
And a lot of these big companies that I buy pops from, they ship them in the Funko box, which if it's like perfectly, if it's tight in there, like snug. There's no. I don't know. I gotta open this shit up though. Like,
so you're telling me if I'm gonna order from these places like AKA Entertainment Earth, I need to order multiples because if I do, at least they'll put them in a box together.
At least they put them in a big box,
right?
Sometimes, yeah.
I would hate to order just one and that show up that way. That'd be awful.
Yeah, it's really bad how if they ship their collection, they gotta ship them in a big box with a bunch of paper around them. Bubble wrap. I bubble wrap every pop. I mean,
some kid is selling off their collection. They don't know. This is why people contact us to tell us how to pack it. Yeah, like I wish, like even if they just took me and Marcus for example, like we package stuff, we take our time. Like I know that's time is money, but with some of these bigger pops and any collectible, like how would you want it to show up for you? Like Marcus is disappointed after spending $190. I guarantee you he's not leaving a good rating.
Look, they even put a sticker here. Thank you for your eBay purchase. Our goal is to earn your 5-star 100% positive feedback.
Well, can I tell them they failed?
If this ain't right, please give us the opportunity to make it right. I mean, I didn't, I'm opening this thing up, man.
Let's take a look at it.
Let's open it up. It's not
window damage.
Superman 07. It has some window damage right there.
Yeah. That already decreases its value for collecting. Oh. Yeah, bro.
I mean, if it's $190 pop, there's still people that are gonna pay, $160 to $180 for this, Some will buy them if they're rare enough, they'll pay the $190 it's worth. And a lot of times if there's not a lot available,
right,
they'll pay you know, it might be $220 with $190 value if it's vaulted. I don't know
Right.
if you know. You could tell when the pops are vaulted, like when you look them up on the Funko app.
Right.
You could tell they'll show that if it's a vaulted pop.
See, I've never really paid that no mind to see how you tell from the vaulted or like you talk about like the re-release or things like that, because
Well,
sometimes that is a little more.
re-releases, like if this was a re-release, this would probably be black down here. Like
Okay,
they change the color on some stuff.
got you.
And like when you look it up on the Funko app, for instance, let me turn down my. You can see.
Oh, status. Okay, I never paid that no
You can
mind.
see the status says it's vaulted there.
Got you. That makes sense. That actually makes a lot more sense, because I was sitting there going, how the heck would you
Oh yeah,
tell?
it's
There's
strong.
a long list. Yeah.
Yeah, the demand and Funko interest right now, it is strong. I mean, I've been selling Funkos on eBay for a long time.
Yep.
And it's still going. It's pretty good for me. I mean, I've sold $350 pops. I've sold, $100 pops in here left and right.
Yeah, Tommy, I think you would safe to say is like, look at our walls and what we're selling. I enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoy it, man. I have fun with it. It's just a matter of what you like to sell. Some people just aren't interested. Like, I don't
Yeah,
care to sell vintage T-shirts, but I've sold a couple. I sold that's something else people collect.
they
You
really.
know, I sold what was it? Oh man, it was $140 T-shirt, a vintage T-shirt the other day.
Mm.
Uh,
Was
Damn,
it
I
a
can't remember
was it
the
a
name.
band shirt?
Grateful Dead. I think it was a
Yep.
Grateful Dead T-shirt.
My goodness.
$140, man.
I tell you what though, the '90s, the single stitch, all that stuff is going up in value, and
Yeah, but you never know. It might drop off one day. You just don't know.
you never know. And that's part of collecting. That's the game. So
Yeah, everybody. I've heard that before. They're gonna be the next Beanie Babies, but I don't think so because Beanie Babies they were only bears. Like these are characters for upcoming movies.
yep.
The movie comes out, value goes up on certain ones. If it's something real popular, sometimes like I have like a Stan Lee, which Stan Lee pops went up when he passed away. I mean, I think it's gonna be ongoing. Funko is a big company. If Funko Pops run out in popularity, I think they're gonna come out with something else that's just gonna take it.
Licensing does really set them apart,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the biggest thing is, as much as every pop is different, it's the uniformity of that box. Like every box is so close, but yet so different. Like it's the same frame. Now I know, like when they made all those bears with Beanie Babies, it's kind of the same thing, but once you bought it, you had nothing to protect it. You had no status of when it was printed. You have nothing about that. You just know the release tag and the born on date with the tie tag, and the value was in the tie tag, not in the beanie. So I think that's the same thing.
Pre-orders are a big thing.
Yeah,
pre-orders. I do a lot of pre-orders. Definitely.
You're talking about cases like the pop protector cases like this, Tommy? Because you can order them. I know Marcus has a little thing where he can get those, and it's pretty nice though. I mean, if you're going to keep any for you, it's always good to put them in protectors. Just like I think I see part of the ones Marcus got back there, they're in protectors.
They're all in protectors. All back here.
Yeah. So, but yeah, like it makes a difference in the world of how you take care of your stuff. I mean, Tommy, just the same way, like when you're dealing with the old vintage or antique video game system, that's the box. The box is everything with value.
Oh, he's talking about Entertainment Earth distribution. Entertainment Earth, that's what we were talking about. I do pre-orders with them, but sometimes they send me like one pop and they send it in a Funko box, which is the same size as this pop right here. They send it in the exact same. I wish I had one in Funko pop boxes.
I have one somewhere.
But let's say you pre-order like 5 pops that are supposed to be released on that month.
Right.
They'll send you one pop that actually did get released. The others may be on back order, or they got held back a month. So they'll send me this one pop in a single box. So if you buy a big order from them, let's say 4 to 5 pops, they'll ship it in a big box, and you're somewhat safe.
Right.
That part, but when they ship single pops, they don't put bubble wrap. They don't put nothing. They just stick it in that one of the little origami boxes,
which is very dangerous for that pop. No, I haven't used them to get ungated at Amazon. I'm doing enough with eBay and just everything else, man. I don't know that I'm actually ready, even though I love my Amazon and I do really well on Amazon, but I don't know that I'm ready for that. Not just in my own, unless I'm going to ship them in. And Funkos, and as delicate as the value is based off the condition, I don't know that I could ship them into Amazon. I don't know. I could not. I wouldn't trust anyone else enough to pack them but me. So I'm not ready for Amazon yet.
You know how Amazon ships them? They just throw them in a box a big box, and
with a big old pick a pack of paper, or pick 1 or 2 of the big pillow pieces, and they throw it in there and let it roll.
Yeah,
and it's like one little piece.
Throw a piece of paper like this, throw it in the box with your pop, and you get it. It's shaking around.
No, that's not how we do business around here.
Yeah.
So
it's hard. It's hard.
So for your collection, what is probably like one of your most favorite pops?
One of my most favorite pops?
Mm-hmm. Let me see.
Oh, man.
Oh, you know what? Talking about that origami box, I thought I saw one. It's this right here. This little box.
Yeah, that's what they ship it in.
So this thing right here, watch. It's literally, it's just this little origami box. This is what they get shipped in. So when it, let me see if I can take, here, I'll use this. Look at that. That's how they ship them, guys. Just like that.
That's it. They throw a label on it. You're done.
If I had to sell them all and only keep one, for me, that's easy. Oh, I done knocked my Black Panther off. Well, at least he fell on his feet. That would be this one. I am a big Green Ranger fan. So, which I have other ones too. I mean, I'm a big Green Ranger fan. So, but you know, gotta love it, man.
That's a hard one, man. That's a hard question.
Yeah, for you. Well, see, I know that I'm a big Green Ranger fan. So, like Power Rangers and stuff. Like Tommy, I don't know if you can see, I have the 1-to-1 scale pieces from some of the Power Rangers. So, I'm actually looking for the 1-to-1 scale dagger, the new one that's supposed to be releasing soon. So, hopefully they'll make that. It was supposed to come out last year. Uh-oh, he stepped away from the camera, guys. Let's see what he drags away. But no, I forgot who I ordered one from on eBay before, and they shipped it to me the same way. Like they opened it up, took pictures, put it back in here, and it says how it shipped. And I was not impressed at all. Like, so. But I think we hold ourselves to a different standard than what most people do. Uh-oh. I think he disconnected.
No, I didn't disconnect.
Oh, darn.
I'm a big Mortal Kombat fan. I think.
Oh, yeah.
My Scorpion right here. The Scorpion Funko Pop.
Yeah, and so you just got him to sign that one, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got him to sign it. It was worth it. I mean, I like Mortal Kombat.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's signed. It's a signed pop. This is from the guy that he was Johnny Cage in the first video game of Mortal Kombat.
Right.
Placina.
Yeah. But he also did the some of the
he did the he was a
martial arts
coordinator for the game.
Yeah.
Like he's the one that did all the moves and kind of virtually took down his moves.
Yeah, so a lot of those moves, no matter who they were him. He did
Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Raiden.
So
It's pretty cool.
another pop to look out for again on the Power Ranger radar is this one, the Lord Draken. So even though he never made it into the series, it's kind of like the what if thing. So yeah, it's pretty nice. So I expect that one to be vaulted as well. But I don't think they're gonna make no more of the Green Ranger. I think it's vaulted.
I like this lineup, man. This is one of my favorite lineups. The Rocks Pops. Got Easy E, Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac.
Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh,
heck yeah.
Let's see. I was trying to show it on a big
That's
screen.
Actually it. Yep.
Nope, that ain't working.
You want me to stop sharing that?
No, it's cool.
There you go.
See, here's Easy E. I think it's really cool, man. They're got Notorious B.I.G.
Right. I like that one.
Then you got Tupac. Cool pops, man.
Yeah, Tommy. So one of the things that you kind of know is when they release, let's say they release that Lord Draken in your area, right? They might load up, let's say, 30 stores up in the north side with pretty much all of them, and then maybe some in the south area, sort of in Florida or wherever. But not everyone gets all the same pops at all. So, and it's just how they distribute everything through all these companies. So there's pops like next week when I go to Kansas, there'll be pops that I would have never seen on our shelves. So the luck of you getting one is based off the print number, not based off of where the store who had it. So, which I think is cool.
And it's hard to tell. You get better over time, but it's kind of hard. It's kind of like a gamble in a way to tell what pops are going to be like the $300 or $400 pops.
Yeah.
If you buy them at the time, like it's just, you got to start knowing what's going to be like the next popular thing. Or if you want to sell some at the time, you could be like, okay, Black Widow's coming out. So I have a Black Widow pop. Better hang on to it for a little bit.
Yeah.
By the time the movie comes out, that value is going to be up, and you might as well just try to sell it then. And because a lot of people are going to want it, and the value that spikes the value up, and that PPG value you hear about, that always changes. It's not always going to stay stable.
So talking about other collectibles, though, something in the realm of the pop, you've seen me do a lot of these. You have one in something that I wish I had, which I don't, but it's these metal figures. Mm-hmm. So these are actually pretty darn cool figures. And if it weren't for the fact that I like pops so much and the variety, I would tell you this is what I'd be collecting more of. But the detail on this is a metal diecast, everybody. Like,
yep.
And these got some weight to them, but I just thought they were so darn cool, and they're overlooked at Walmart. They're overlooked at all these places from a company, Jada Toys, and they usually make a lot of like the car diecasts and stuff that compete with Hot Wheels. So that was their way of competing with Funko Pop for the longest time, and I don't think they're making them anymore. See, that one's pretty cool too.
They have different ones.
Yep.
Got a Black Panther.
Yep, and they're just solid metal. Crazy.
So. Another thing, I mean, there's stuff that, like we talked about, the pops that sucked, the luchadores. Those really were bad, man.
Man, the Lucha series was by far, I think, for me, the worst series so far since we've been into the Funko.
Mm-hmm. The Nano Figs.
The Nano Figs are actually pretty popular. It's the same company that makes those. So the minifigures are based off of the big ones. So just like this, there would be a miniature version in the Nano series. So now, were they as popular? No. But I think that's where they messed up. They put too many different things out at once instead of like Funko stuck with one thing. And
they come out with exclusives at the right time.
Exactly. So
they don't just push them out,
Yeah, they pushed out a lot of different series of metals really quick. And it kind of just tanked the market. I think it really hurt the collecting value of it because they were trying to get it out fast to compete. So
just like these, some of these are worth some good money. These Batman statues, you got Joker. This is a black and white Batman statue worth probably like $100.
Yep.
But not every collector.
Yeah, not everybody likes statues, which I have
everybody
mine.
likes statues. I mean,
yeah, you're right, Tommy, you are right. They did fail at Dorb, but here's
Dorbs were bad.
They were bad, but guess what? Because now they officially are not making them anymore. It is all of a sudden causing the value of the existing ones to go up because they are made by Funko, and the name itself has gotten so recognized that they're going, oh, Funko made this, let me have it. So it's kind of had a reverse effect on the value of the Dorb and the collectability of Dorb because you can't get it no more.
Yeah, we were talking about this the other day, man. Like, now that they're not selling no more, people want them, and
it's kind of a weird effect.
Value's going up on them. They know they're not going to be there no more. Once people know, okay, they're not making those no more, I want them.
Oh yeah,
I gotta have them.
Yeah, like I sold. Goes up. What was it? A Dorb? It was from Star Trek. It was Spock, and it went crazy. Like I'm like, okay, well, the pop vinyl. I don't know. Good question. I have not even looked into that.
Like the Notorious B.I.G. vinyls and they have I don't know. I've seen Queen, I think, and they had a few different ones. Oh, the blue boxes?
That I do not know, Tommy. I'd have to look into that because I have not seen that in a while. Like, which I think with them coming out with what was the old term was poggers, old pogs and stuff. So they're actually trying to come back out with that. I heard from one of the other collectors, they're trying to come back out with the old pogs and stuff like that. So and we found that little Easter egg at the bottom of the Hikari vinyl, which they don't make no more. Which is that what you're talking about? Is the Hikari edition, Tommy? Because Hikari and I think Pop is a little bit because Funko had it and they quit making Hikari, and now Hikari is going crazy. So it's like they stopped making it and they can start making more. It's like the collectability of it goes up. So I don't know. It's kind of the same way that they vaulted some Pops. They completely vaulted the line of Dorbs and they vaulted Hikari completely.
That's another thing about these vaulted Pops, man. I think that gets to a lot of collectors, because we're here talking about collecting. Like,
absolutely.
When you have a vaulted Pop you saved from maybe 2012, 2011, and they vaulted it, you save this thing for over 6 to 7 years,
right?
And now in 2021 they come out with re-releases. They drop the same exact Funko Pop that supposedly was vaulted. Now, when Disney vaults a Disney movie, they vault it. They don't put it out, and Funko Pop re-releases a Pop. They pretty much remake it. So that value of that Pop that was $300, that value starts dropping because people are able to just pre-order it again.
Now, how much of that do you think affects the collectability to that person or to the average collector?
That pisses collectors off. I've seen it.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's like, how detrimental is that to the Funko itself, to the collectability?
That could actually hurt Funko, because they keep doing that.
Right.
That's going to be something that may throw them in the category like Beanie Babies. They're going to be you buy these Pops, you go through all this trouble to buy a Pop that's like this Scorpion. This is vaulted, but they might come out with a re-release, or like they came out with a new movie. They came out with a new version of Scorpion, but they might re-release this in 5 years.
Right.
And the value you built up in it might be $300 by then. But if they re-release it, that value's going to drop down to $200. It might still be worth more. But then that other one, you could buy it for $10 to $20
and not know the difference
on pre-order, and the box might be different. It'll have a little date tag down here that's different,
right?
So that kind of sucks. It's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, I can see where that would really. I really do feel like if I was collecting something like let's say they unvault that Green Ranger, and I do, let's say I do get crazy on Sunday and actually go to Raleigh and have Jason David Frank sign that Funko Pop. I'm going to be hella pissed if in 6 months down the road they decide, hey, they're coming out in a new Power Rangers series, and guess who's making a guest appearance? We're going to remake the Green Ranger. I would be pissed. Like,
well, I mean, that's different. You'll have the original Green Ranger. That'll never.
No. But what I'm saying is, like, they've always found ways to bring the characters back, like, or crossover to like an all red, like red power up or anything like that. So it wouldn't surprise me, to as popular as it's getting again, to see collectibles like that show up again.
Well, and just like the He-Man, they remade the Castle of Grayskull. They remade all the He-Mans, the Skeletor.
Which we were talking until recently, though. Like, the values have gone up a little bit, but I feel like that is one of the series is that kind of missed its chance. Maybe even when Funko first came out, if they had released a He-Man, I think they could have captured that audience that actually watched it. But I think we're in a time now where we're already sliding past that audience that watched that, because I was on the tail end of that. And I still don't want to collect it. So, like, I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't enough to collect it. That's what I'm saying, is like, I think they missed the mark on that one just a little bit.
I got a He-Man and Battle Cat, and
I saw that. Is that the 10-inch pop one, the big one?
Yeah. But I have that for my nostalgia. The value hasn't gone up. It's like $30, and I think you bought it for like $25.
Oh yeah, so. And that's one of the ones just keep
it was $32, probably more than value is now. But I mean, that's something. If they ever come out with He-Man again or a movie, then that value would probably go up. But I doubt that. I don't think that'll ever happen, man. They already tried a He-Man movie, but I mean, even at that, like, kids nowadays, they don't know what that is. They're like, "Who's He-Man?"
Yeah,
it's all gonna be older people, nostalgia stuff. But like these Batman statues, they don't re-release these. They're not like, because these are by certain designers.
Yeah.
So they only make it one time. That's why you see these going up for like thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And some Funko Pops too, they're like 6,000. You can find some for like 5,000 or 6,000. But
yeah, I want to say that piece. I have a black and white, kind of like that, but it's the 1960s or whatever it is, the classic Batman. And it's because, again, I bought it because I thought the artist's name was hilarious. Yeah. But it was a great piece, and it has the same black and white edition base like yours. And I don't know, it's neat. So I think collecting is just kind of fun. Oh, one of the things, a long time ago, I want to say, people used to collect these. Do you remember this little thing where you call getting ducked? It was a Jeep thing. Do you know this? Have you ever heard this? So people used to take these little like rubber duckies, right? And on Jeeps, and they would literally stick them somewhere on your Jeep where you would see it. And it's called getting ducked. And people started collecting them. Like, hey, how many times have you been ducked this year? And they collected them. So people collect anything. Like, it's just a matter of what interests you and things like that. So I don't know. I think it's an interesting way of doing it. Like, and it's all about what interests you. Like, you're a big Cowboys, fan. So of course you're gonna have more Cowboys stuff than anything else. Now, did they release any Funko Pops to Dallas Cowboys? Did they? They haven't. See, that would be an NFL license that I don't know if they would ever try to go after.
And a lot of times, Dallas Cowboy. Have you noticed? I don't know if you ever noticed, like on the old Coca-Cola boxes, like I think it was a Coca-Cola that they had all the NFL teams on their box except Dallas Cowboys. And Dallas Cowboys had their license on, I don't remember what soft drink, but they didn't allow Coca-Cola to put their NFL team on their box or something like that. I don't know if it was even Coke, but I know crazy. Every NFL team was on that box except Dallas Cowboys, pretty much, Because they're just so strict, man. Like Jerry Jones, I don't know who it is, but
someone up there is doing a bang-up job. So
they want big money for their.
They really do.
for their stuff.
Let's see. What was one of the big things to look out for, especially now that we're collecting season has shifted into the fall, is a lot of the horror. Like a lot of people are buying more into like for their collections, and we constantly get asked for horror for people's collections. So
they want horror pops.
Yeah.
They want Disney pops. Disney's kind of coming back.
Well, see, I see right there. You got what, Pinhead and Chucky right next to you, right there on the wall. And I got like, let's see. Do I have?
You don't see a lot of them.
No, you don't. Like, I don't know why that is. Like, I feel like you would think as much as they're popular, they would want to make more. But maybe that's why. It's because it helps make it more collectible.
And then they only come out around Halloween,
right?
A lot of times.
And there is a new one coming out, which I'm actually probably going to buy because it's the trick or treat this year for the it's called Funko Ween. I guess they're releasing it. I want to say at the end of August. If I think it's set to due out, but they release it the ship at the end of August, so it'll probably be in the stores at some point, mid or end of September. And it's this guy right here. If you want to show it, I think he's going to be pretty. It's a Hot Topic exclusive. I think he's going to be pretty darn cool. With this whole little candy cookie, his little stick cookie in his mitten.
Thomas said Nightmare Before Christmas does well. They do pretty good, and I've had a few of those. But Nightmare Before Christmas, it was kind of like one of them shows where, kind of like He-Man, you watched it whenever you're. A lot of kids don't know about it nowadays,
right?
But their value goes up because they're not making a lot of them.
Right.
They make a big lineup of those, so they're like $30, $40, $50 pops. That
I think the popularity's there is just they didn't make a big line of it, and that's the thing.
And that's what makes the value go up sometimes too.
So, like, I'm sure, like, if they were going to make another movie, they would re-release a line, but I don't. I think I saw a Jack Skeleton the other day sell for like $50-something. But I've not seen one hit that what we call Grail status.
And it made like in 3 to 4 to 5 years, and that's if they come out with another movie, that'll really spike that price probably.
Oh, most definitely. Now, where is the one that I was going to show you? Oh, here it is. Here is one of my Grails, and I'll show it to you.
It's kind of like Tommy said, man. Like, they don't have thousands of them at Walgreens. Maybe they did at one time, and they made so many Nightmare Before Christmas, but they realized, like, okay, there's only one movie, and now we're done with Nightmare Before Christmas.
Five Nights at Freddy's was one of them. I don't want to call it like a Beanie Baby thing, but it kind of is and isn't. Five Nights at Freddy's had its popularity, but I saw it faded quickly right about the same time that Toys R Us closed. Like, it was at its peak then. So, and I might be wrong with that, but I'm just saying from what I see with sales, and like you can tell when they have a bunch of something on the shelf versus to now they don't have much, and you're just like, okay, something it went off of popularity. But one of the ones I was going to show you, the Grail, that I'm still debating on whether I should keep this or not, is that Soul. And this thing
like $140 pop, right?
Yeah, 140. Like, PPG calls it like 119, but you will be hard pressed to find one for less than 140. Like, because right now they're pushing 150 to 170, and just to be competitive, you got to kind of match that between if you decide. But man, I've been enjoying just leaving it on my shelf and just seeing that I have a Grail in my collection. So I might keep it. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I mean, they even made like Harry Potter, Funko Pops that are actually very more popular than a lot of other series. I can't seem to keep them. I didn't even know they made Twilight Pops. Like, who knew?
And then they got your Friends and
they got
Friends from Friends sitcom.
Yeah.
They got they got The Office. They've been coming out with a lot of Office Pops. You can see them everywhere at Walmart.
And I was pissed. I got this, and it's an XL, and no shame in it. I'm a pretty big boy. I wear a 2X, and this is an XL. I wanted to wear this shirt, this blacklight shirt, so bad, but
your daughter might have. She probably has like $500 to $2,000 worth of Funko Pops, and value on Harry Potter's going up too quite a bit.
Yeah, I think right now most of the Harrys are like, depending on which one it is, and like if it's no, what's the word? What was it? Exclusives. So my brain just went crazy. If it's an exclusive, man, some of those Harrys that are exclusive anywhere between $40 and $100, depending on which one it is and the different poses that they can put them in. They have all kinds of that, man, and that's the fun part of this is that they can make 2 or 3 different variants, and there's that one variant that's like the chase or the limited that you wouldn't know is the limited because the box is not going to show you anything different. So
your daughter might have a collection there.
Yeah, I think Tommy, he might be on a honey hole back there in his daughter's collection, and she don't even know
it. just tell her to keep them in the boxes and buy her soft protectors for them.
Yeah, you can get like, I think what you got it down to what, like 40, 50 cents maybe?
Mm-hmm. Like 30 cents a protector.
Yeah, and like if you go to like GameStop, you're buying 6 of them. It's like $5. So if you don't need to buy a bunch of them, just go get you a few, just to kind of hold you over. But
they're all open on her windowsill.
Oh, that kind of hurt my heart a little.
Yeah, I mean, some people,
out of box collectors,
there's out of box collectors. It's a value. I mean, it's everybody don't look at them the way we do.
That is true. And that's the beauty of collecting, right? Like that's
to some people, they're just bobbleheads. They put them on buy double-sided sticky tape, stick them on their dash on their car. They get their favorite one, and that's the only one they ever buy.
Like earlier, I had him up here.
Yeah, I put Black Panther up there on your mic.
Well, the reason that one got open was because that box got damaged. It had damage all over it. So I was like, you know what? That'd be a cool one to. You said I put them in my bike spokes.
That way they make that noise, Tommy. Have the little hand sticking out.
Maybe high-fiving the wheels that goes by.
Yeah. High-fiving the little bike spook.
That'd be funny, man.
Another thing that was popular and it still kind of is, this is something I like to collect that I used to. I don't invest in any anymore, but these are little one-piece figures, little Japanese one-piece figures.
That's neat.
They're really detailed. I mean, like this guy right here, he's not that big. You can see, I mean, it's really small.
Right.
This is like a $70 piece right here, though.
That's crazy.
And it's stuff like this. I've seen Zahir, like, he has like stuff like this. He has Batman statues. He has some good stuff in there. And
that's crazy.
All that's really hard to sell that stuff.
I thought, let's see, Trace. The first pops I ever sold was the Heat Miser. Bono Snowman as a set for close to $200. But it was probably over 2 years ago. I thought all pops were going to be good after that. No, not all pops, but that's like, I don't know. That's like everybody wishes it would do better. Like Mr. Potato, like didn't they just do like a whole rebranding with that? The whole Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head to just change it to Potato Head.
What did she say? She said Abominable Snowman, though. I mean, that's like a pop that kind of like that Medusa pop. Those are pops you're never gonna see again. Like there's a Loch Ness Monster that's probably gonna be a grill. The Medusa pop they came out with. Peppa Pig, Mr. Potato Head.
Let me I've never seen that. $1 pops within a month, right? Yeah, like, and that's the thing. Like, if you can get them, they're good. A lot of collectors still want them. He is $4 in Walmart if you find him. There you go. See, I mean, I don't really know the resale value of him, but I'm sure, I like to look more of along the line of what I collected. And if I'm usually pretty good about that, like if I know like it'll be worth the collectible, I'll try to invest in it. Or is it quality enough to be a collectible? Because not everything at Walmart, let's be honest, like Walmart and these places, not all of it's collectible. It's just meant to be thrown around as toys, So
yeah, if you talk about like what stuff you sell, I mean, you could get into like Polly Pockets. Like, that stuff's like long-term selling.
Yeah.
Some of the Polly Pockets are worth some good money, especially like the old vintage.
Yeah, I sold all kinds of that stuff getting out of it, just getting out of the storage unit. Like I think I sold a whole bin worth of Polly Pocket stuff that I just didn't even have time to just list. I just let it go. They're like, how much? I'm like, I don't know, a couple bucks a piece. Like, and I mean, I know like I probably lost a lot of money in that, but I also know I was in the profit of everything in that unit, and I'm trying to make room for future endeavors. So I'm like, you know what? It's not my loss. I mean, I'm making money either way. So why not? But I like to know that I'm collecting more now. Like, it's nice to see. Like, it's been a long time coming to start collecting again. But yeah, I enjoy it. Like, it has been going down this Funko-verse collecting has really opened up my eyes to collecting. Like we talked about earlier, one of the things I found is a whole vintage box of vintage hats that I collected. I found that in my unit, and I was like, man, where did all these hats come from? So there's a collector's market for that.
I love you.
Oh,
vintage hats.
Yeah. So I think the hat market, I mean, that's always been pretty strong, but like the thing about the like shirts, I think that kind of goes in that same little class with apparel. It can be, it's very collectible. So
how long? I mean, who knows, man? I mean, a lot of the stuff you never know. It's kind of like when it comes to selling stuff, I don't know. It's different. It's not collecting.
Well, did I tell you I finally made my mind up about the one piece that I found for $20 at a yard sale that I decided, as much as a reseller, I've decided that I'm not selling it. I did pull it out again. Remember this old piece, this old Lego? This is the original 1967 Lego dump truck model 331. And it's never been opened. And you can see it does have a little rip right here. And of course, the normal wear and tear. But man, isn't that a beauty? Like 1967, and it predates the U.S. office by 5 years.
What's the value on that?
Right now, it's about $400.
$400
for a one little teeny box. Isn't that crazy? Like, but I'm just gonna leave it on my shelf. As much as I, probably would want to sell it, I'm just gonna keep it because when am I gonna find that again? That's like to me like a grail that, as a kid, like I played with a lot of hand-me-down toys, and I remember finding a Model 331 as a kid. So like in a bunch of Legos. So for me, it's like, okay, I know I've actually played with that toy, even though it was busted and wore out at the time. But now I have one brand new in the box. It's a good memory.
So. Yeah, I guess to me, I'd be like, oh, they make other Lego pieces, man. I'm gonna sell the shit. I don't know.
Well, I mean, isn't that with everything, though? I mean, that's with everything.
They can mimic those exact Lego pieces and make that kit again.
Oh, they could.
And if they ever did that, it's gonna just destroy the value.
Well, the only thing that this one has going for it is exactly what I told you. This one predates the U.S. office, the U.S. Lego office. Yeah, and that's the only thing that helps maintain its value.
It's vintage. It has a date on it.
It does have a date. And that would be the only thing difference between it. And I mean, I think like Pops, they do have their dates, but I don't know. I think Pops are so new. They haven't gotten to that where they'll ever have that vintage status yet. So maybe in 10 to 15 years, if it's still going strong, we're gonna be like, all right, the 20th anniversary pop release, we're gonna go kill one of the first ones we vaulted. Like, I'm waiting for that day. Like, and it's gonna happen. If they stay around, they're gonna try to remake something, and they're gonna piss people off, and that's when they're gonna be the Beanie Baby situation. Like, I really think it might come, but they're already got pre-orders till May of next year, I think now. So
yeah,
at least until now, at least we got another year secure of Funko Pops being released, because not only are they pre-orders, there's stuff that's you can't pre-order that's already been bought by these big box stores. So we're secure for at least another year. So I think if you look at it like that, I think we're good for at least another year or so before we find out if they're going to kill the market.
Yeah.
So,
Tommy said he has a box of vintage hats and they move slow. I mean, I have a big old box of vintage hats, man. I list them and I sell one every. I don't sell. That's just not my thing to list, though. I get bored with that shit.
It's not fun.
It depends what you like. Some people enjoy selling clothes and T-shirts and hats.
No,
that's just not.
Yeah,
when I started doing that stuff, I try to sell it, and it's just bores the hell out of me.
As much as like I think that stuff's cool to collect, I'm sitting here going, would I want to list that, or would I want to measure every single vintage T-shirt to put its dimensions and its size? And I'm like, I would be that one reseller if I sold T-shirts to be like, it's an extra large from 19 whatever. Your order at your own risk. But I don't know. I mean, hats are a little different in that aspect. Hopefully, they wouldn't. You just have to.
Yeah, Cernock enjoys the hell out of it, man. He's really knowledgeable on them, and
I couldn't do it.
It's just for some people,
Right.
And if you make money off of it, and you know how to sell them, you know how to push them, and you don't have a big box of them just stacked there, I mean, you probably would enjoy it a lot more. I mean, I don't enjoy it. I have a box stacked there, but I guess if I knew I could sell 100 of them in a month, I'd be good,
Right.
But
now, you didn't open up that other box. Were you going to open that one up?
Oh, my other Funko Pop box?
Yeah, the other one with the terrible eBay packaging. Yeah.
Let's open this one up. Why not?
I sit there looking at that going, okay, he opened the one, and I'm sitting there staring at that box going, he ain't going to open it.
It's another Superman.
Another Superman?
Yeah.
But how much you want to bet, even though it's bulging, it's probably going to be packed better than the one that was in that poly.
It might have bubble wrap. Still terrible packing. The best way to pack a box is use an 8x6x6.
Yep.
And then put paper on the bottom, the sheets of white paper, and put a half a piece of paper on top. Or use the big bubble wrap like this one. This one has the big bubble wrap, which is actually all right. And it's in a soft protector.
Heck yeah.
Like these little soft protectors, man, they work wonders.
That one saved that pop.
Especially if you're shipping somebody. People that collect Funko Pops, they do not want a damaged pop. If they do that and you sell them on eBay or wherever, they're going to be pissed when they get in it's damaged.
Right.
I mean, that's in really good condition. It's in a soft protector. It's less likely to get damaged.
Right. That little plastic takes the brunt of it.
It's 2014.
Man, that's a good one there. It's a good clean. You can see the edges.
$190 pop then, and it's going up right now. It barely just got vaulted.
That's crazy, man.
That's why I hurried up and I got them, probably.
Right.
By the time you see this, they're probably not, you're not going to find them, or there wasn't that many already. People are already starting to list them.
That's crazy.
The ones that do have them that are listed for less money, they're in shitty condition. The boxes are smashed or whatever.
But yeah, like I know we had already originally told people that if they wanted to show us some of their collections and some stuff, like show us your favorite piece. So let me ask Tommy, since he's in here, what's his piece that he would collect? What's something that he has?
What happened to all your game systems, Tommy?
Yeah, I noticed that.
I know you had a lot of new game systems or
and
like
he
the
had like
old
the old
64 in a box. And
yeah, he
what
had
happened
the
to all that?
classics and stuff like that.
Did you decide to just sell it?
I have them still. Okay,
Well,
just
that's good.
checking. Okay, because we noticed like we both had that conversation. We were like, he changed up. What's this whole thing in the back? Like we don't see his game systems no more.
Is that just something you collect, Tommy? Is that like what you enjoy collecting?
Nah, I get that. He gets tired of the same background.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, change is good, man. I mean, that's kind of like I'll move this stuff around quickly. Like next time we go live, I think we did say we want to start doing this like every other week, like every other Friday. Once we get into a groove, and just kind of talk about the anything collecting news. It doesn't even have to be Funkos. Funkos is something that is easy to talk about. I mean, it's very collectible right now, so it's something worth talking about. But as other things release and get killed off, man, you know,
That's a little that's a that's a tight subject to say. Like anything you collect, do we want to have people on here showing us their quilt collections?
oh, okay.
That's like
Okay.
I don't know if I
within reason. Like I think within reason, like the toy market, like I don't know, toys, action figures, like in that side of the market, and collectibles.
baseball cards. They can show
Yeah,
some of their
yeah.
prize cards.
Even comic books and things like that. Things that are,
books.
In that realm of the collecting. Now, yeah, I don't want to see someone exactly, Tommy, like pop culture, things like that are cool.
Yeah.
You're right. I don't want to see the quilt that you found from 1970 and it's a collector's item because it was only one made. Last time I checked, like
me and my sisters made this quilt this weekend in our gathering.
And there's only one of them.
On here. Shit.
Yeah,
no. Shit.
Now, yeah, we have to kind of limit it, The History Man can show pics of Grandpa. Yeah. No,
man, I remember History Man.
So, I don't know. Like, it's very limited to the collectible side of the house when it comes to toys and statues, comics, cards, that part of it. Like, I think that'd be kind of cool to kind of let people get on and show us like one or two of the favorite pieces. And no quilt collectors up this late. Yeah, exactly. No one's up this late if they're quilt collecting. But no, like I think it'd be fun to kind of talk about like if I can go Sunday because I'm trying to go tomorrow, but tickets to GalaxyCon are closed. That'd be kind of something cool to they're all sold out. So I'm trying to get tickets if I can go on Sunday. I just don't want to spend $45 for an entry fee when I'm going there to spend money on a signature to get that Green Ranger sign pop. Like I don't see myself doing it. Arthritis keeps them up late.
Have you stay up till 4 a.m? They'll catch the end of your show. They wake up that early to use the bathroom.
Well, the way Tommy runs his shows, man, he used to like do that all the time. So he'd catch people at the beginning when they go to sleep, they wake up and he's still going. But that's fun. So, but yeah, it's been a fun little first night to hang out and maybe got a few people in here. Talk with Tommy and Tracy for a little bit. So
it's cool y'all jumped in out of all the people,
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all. And but yeah, like hopefully, like I thought you were gonna tell me when I said about every other week. I thought that's what you're gonna tell me about. Hold on. Well, I don't know if I want to commit to every other week.
Not yet anyway.
Yeah, but we're gonna try to make this something that we can do and talk when it's appropriate with toys and collecting. Keep going, please. What, tonight? Or you mean like
we got some people that might join in later on and show some stuff, which would be cool, It'd be pretty awesome to do that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're definitely gonna stick with it, Tommy. Tracy said keep going tonight. We'll see how long we can do it. Like there's really like when we went to look for like even the news and collectible world, like there's not a lot being released until we're in that weird predicament time, like we're in that even as a selling person, we're in that threshold of time where they're prepping for Q4. So they're getting all that shipped out to the stores. So we don't know what they're getting. the stores still had crap from last year that they've been selling off all year that never got sold. So we really don't know what's going to be on the shelves this year.
Yep.
So, and that's kind of nerve wracking because I don't want to miss out. That FOMO.
Oh, but,
yeah. I'm gonna be hella pissed, man, if they like, oh yeah, we forgot to put out this pop last year, and it's been in a box somewhere on a pallet. And it's like
something else I like collecting is this. Got my Emmitt Smith signed football helmet right here.
Show it off a little bit. Let me see that thing.
See, I without dropping everything.
Oh snap! Yeah, don't drop that up there now. You're good.
That's my Emmitt Smith signed helmet back there.
Heck yeah, man. Oh, that's another thing.
And it's numbered. It's like number. Oh man, I don't know. Number 15 out of 22.
Man, yeah, don't get rid of that one. You ever get rid of that, I'm gonna kick you.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll probably get rid of my Funko Pops before I get rid of that.
Like,
yeah, I keep the Funko Pops. I enjoy collecting them, but as far as like, because that's what I enjoy selling. If you don't collect what you enjoy,
Yep.
I think that's what makes it funner for me because I like having them and I enjoy selling this stuff. I enjoy selling toys. I sold a lot of these. I mean,
I think that makes it worth it.
Yeah,
it really does. Tommy says he has a ton of Mark Grace cards, autos, game used memorabilia. He was my favorite player. Yeah, like that's the biggest thing. Like if that's who you really like, man, collect them. You know what I mean? Like
collect what you like.
Exactly. I think that's the biggest part about collecting that I think is easily lost with anything is the value that is to you, not necessarily the value to others. Like we can talk Funkos, we can talk PPG all day long. But what good is that PPG if you don't want it in your collection? Like if you cannot stand the way that pop looks, but it's worth $300, is it worth holding on to? No. Sell that sucker and let it roll. Like if it's not something you enjoy, like you saw me not long ago, I got rid of the rest of my Power Rangers collection. Even though I'm a big Power Rangers fan, I realized I like collecting 1-to-1. But
look, now it slowly trickles off. I have a signed Ken Griffey Jr. bat and a Grace bat. Original Star Wars figures. Nice.
From 78
and consoles.
Yeah, like okay, which do you have? We'll see.
That's what we want to hear on here though. We want to see. We love other stuff people collect.
Man, I think that was one of the things when we first met. We actually were talking over like toys and just we were looking them up, but we were identifying toys and kind of reminiscing about, oh man, do you remember when they did this toy? Like, and that's the fun part of it is it takes you back to your childhood in a way, things that you can remember, whatever you collect. So I don't know. I'd like to see those Star Wars figures from 78 because those are getting harder and harder to find in decent and good condition. So, maybe we'll get Tommy on here to show off some of his pieces soon. So,
I had a bunch of Ninja Turtle from when I was young and had a bunch of Ninja Turtle figures, originals, from the 80s, the first ones that came out.
That reminds me.
I sold all of them, man. Like, I was like, I don't want to have a bunch of Ninja Turtles on shelves in my room. You know, like they weren't in packages. They didn't. Some of them didn't have half the accessories they came out with. But I didn't want to have like Ninja Turtles just standing up everywhere. It just kind of, I ended up selling them. The value wasn't like too great. I mean, $30 to $50, $20 here.
That's kind of like one of the things when you talk about like collecting because you liked it. You remember what was it? The old McDonald's toys, the Raisin Men, the little ones that had like
California
raisins. California raisins,
yeah.
That was like supposed to be like the collectibles of the year or whatever. Like when they first released those from McDonald's at the time, and now it's like, yeah, you might get a little bit for them, but who's really going to collect them? unless you really enjoyed it and remembered the California raisins. You know what I mean? Like, so like I still have a brand new set. Like I think we have it put up, but like they're still in the original packaging. They were put up, you know, and they had a pack. You know, they got two of everything. So it was crazy. So
I remember that Darth Vader head case.
Yeah,
that's funny. I used to have that same case, and who knows what happened to it, but I remember we tried to fill it with every character that you're supposed to put in it. I forget how many spaces it had.
It held several though. It held quite a few.
I'm pretty sure I even had that Boba Fett that was probably like worth a shitload of money now.
You know, there's one piece.
We took him out. We played with him.
There was a. Do you remember? I guess it was in the late '80s, early '90s release, but there was a Ghostbusters. It was almost like a playhouse, but it was the fire station, and it literally was like 3 foot tall or something, 3.5 feet tall, and I mean it had to be like a 2 by 2.5 by 2.5, and it was like 3.5 feet tall, and it had the original like the first toy of the Ecto-1. Bro, like if I could go back and have that piece again that I had as a kid, like it's crazy. Like I would love to find that piece again. I'd be in heaven. That's one of my favorite pieces as a kid.
Need a 1979 Boba Fett.
Oh, snap. Look at that.
And this might be the one that's worth a lot. He ain't in a package though.
Right.
But it's 1979 Boba Fett. He even has a little missile.
Does that missile shoot?
Yeah.
Oh, snap. See, I'd be done trying to shoot that thing. Pow.
I don't know if this one shoots. I don't think it did back then.
That's crazy.
I think it just had it in there. It's a 1979 original.
That's awesome, dude.
So, you know.
And that's also fun too. Like when we used to go digging at like bins and stuff, especially at like yard sales and stuff, I would look for like old vintage pieces like that, just to try to find pieces for collections, man. And it's pretty fun, but I guess so. Time consuming. You got to really pick what you want to hunker down on your collections.
Yeah, like you don't see the top of my shelf back here. This one,
right?
But look, let me see. I gotta show Tommy this. This is why we do this show, man. Show.
Oh yeah,
cool little shit. Let me grab it.
He said, "Let me grab that real quick." Yeah, I'll show you this like while we're here. I don't know if y'all can see this, but yeah, I told you I'm a Power Rangers guy. Look at that. I thought that was pretty neat. And this little statue figure, that thing's solid, right? And I thought it was pretty neat for one big reason. It's a letter opener. Who needs that? Me? No, not really. But I thought it was pretty wicked. So
these are dusty as shit. They're dusty as hell, man. But let's see.
Let's see it.
These are like the Kayabuko, the same ones that make Hikari, right? Ain't Kayabuko the same brand?
I don't know. Oh yeah, Hikari is made by Funko.
No, but there's another one.
Smuggler's Bounty.
Kayabuko.
I don't know.
But anyway, like these are like $200 or $300 pieces. It's all dusty, but it has like a magnetic base.
Oh, that's cool.
And then this Darth Vader's like $2 or $3. I think it's like $300. I kept the boxes, but they're really nice pieces, man. You put them together, kind of.
Right.
Especially the bounty hunter.
Yeah, and the fact, that's pretty wicked, man. I like that bounty hunter though.
And I have a little Star Wars shelf up there you can't see in the back, but this is what I have on there. I got some old, older little jet fighters, the X-Wing and stuff. But
and that's the classic pieces. Yeah.
I collect a little bit of everything, like you say, from when you were younger, stuff you just, that was your favorite. Right. I don't have a lot of Power Ranger shit, but.
Well, I mean,
Power Rangers was a little bit after me. Like my brother, he loved that stuff. I have a few things.
I used to get like, I laugh now, right? So like when I was a kid, like I was not ashamed. I liked whatever I liked, Like I watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like, you know, I even watched like the Looney Tunes, you know, stuff like that in the mornings, you know, before school. And I look back at that and I go, man, isn't that that was the good old days, you know? So like, but when it comes down to it, like, I don't care what it is you collect, if just enjoy it. You know what I mean? So like while you were gone, I showed off that little letter opener that I showed you before, that statue.
Oh yeah. That's a
nice piece. I mean, it's a good paperweight, but you know, how many of them have a detachable little letter opener? Like, you know, like not many. So I'm keeping it. So I don't know. I think we collect what we want and we have a good time with it. So
yeah, I don't want to do like Tommy says, just get carried away though. Like
it's very easy.
You know, some of these Funko Pops I like, man. Like I know eventually, like I'm gonna get rid of some of them.
Oh yeah, like I think that's part of
maybe some I keep because I know the value's gonna go up, and some of them just stay stagnant. They might stop at like $50, so I might be like, okay, do I really want Harley Quinn? You know, because I like Joker, but do I really want Harley Quinn? She's $100 right now. Might as well sell her.
Right.
And there's people out there that love Harley Quinn.
That's where I was with my Power Rangers pieces. Like the other Funko Pops, I made a decision that do I need the entire team? No.
Like you just like the Green Ranger, White Ranger.
Yeah, like I knew exactly which ones I would be willing to keep long term, and I let the rest of them go. You know, I think that's important that you got to know your collection, but you got to know yourself first. Like, I think it's easy to collect anything. Like, I mean, I know guys who, again, collecting all the game consoles, but man, they collect every edition of the controller, like that comes out for that console. Like, I'm like, really? Like, yeah, like they collect every model series, like any new release for like the Xbox or PlayStation. They got to get the new camo or they got to get the new whatever. Like, guys, y'all are insane. Like, this is.
Like I got my GameCube back there on my little shelf. You know, you can see it down there in the bottom. I got a GameCube and an old Nintendo Power Book, but I got the 64. But that's just my favorite systems. I just hung on to them.
So is your 64 your favorite? I think out of all of them,
I sold my original Nintendo. I mean,
the classic for me was GoldenEye. Like that was the classic.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that was, you know, always, you know, fighting on the Sky Bridge or whatever it was. It was always like playing. It was tough as, you know, I'll get out to play, but I loved it. You know, like, but that was like to my favorite game on the 64, other than like, you know, the classics like, you know, Mario Kart 64, you know, Donkey Kong, that stuff. But like, I think that when they really brought out that's when the expansions really started, was with the 64, because the collecting of that was you had like the Congo drums for Donkey Kong, you had the drums and stuff like that. So I think that's where the evolution of the gaming collection really started getting carried away. Because then they started putting more limited edition stuff out. Like, you know, they didn't have all that back then.
Just like the, what do they call them? The Nintendo, the new system, the latest one, I guess.
The Switch.
The Switch, they have the Pokemon edition, which spiked up in value. They got the
Animal Crossing,
Super Smash Brothers. Those are all like $400 or $500 systems now.
And I know people who will buy every one of them just so they can have one of every. And I'm like, what are you going to do with it? It's, I don't know. I just don't see. I don't see that being. I see that being an investment, but they're making enough of them. It's not like with Tommy collecting like the original old systems. At least it's going to be 20 years before, unless that's what they're banking on. Like, hey, we bought this new, we used it, we put it back in the box, we moved on to the next one.
Yeah, like you know, they're selling it, and that's what they enjoy selling. They start buying every system, and they have it on their, you know, they might.
I get it.
You know,
if it's just dropping $500 on anything hurts. Like,
but they might have bought it at $199 with every other system, and
that is true.
Now they're selling it for $500 or $700.
That's crazy.
It's kind of like Funko Pops. Like, hey, I know this pop right here is gonna be $600 here in a month. So, you know, same thing with video game enthusiasts. They might buy a system that Yeah, I know the system. I paid $200, but it's worth $1,000 now
That is
because it
true.
has Super Smash Brothers, or it's
What was it? What's the other thing that has the limited editions? It's Pokemon. It has the different like gold, red. Was it all the different emerald or whatever it is? Like the different games and stuff. And I'm like,
Oh yeah, Pokemon.
And each one of those have a different value based off the color of
Mm-hmm.
of what edition it is, and it's crazy that. And the people are collecting those, and that's what's driving the price of that up is the collecting.
Yeah,
so
there's like $250 games that are Game Boy. Like,
I can't imagine
Pokemon.
But it. But I think when it comes down to it, man, I think we found our happy place in hanging out with the toys and the collectible side of it. Like, I mean, I know we touch base a little bit here and there on resale, and it's more of the value of it. It's not necessarily that I want to sell something, but it's just I think value plays a lot into people's collecting. Yeah,
and we want to see people's collections. That's more about it to me. Like, I want to see what other people enjoy.
Absolutely, I think that'd be great.
They could hop on here, when we start inviting people.
Yeah,
they could hop on here and show us what they got. I don't want to see nothing crazy, but
yeah, I don't want to see anything crazy.
It could get outrageous when you think about what people could show you, but
He said buying sealed ones cheap and grading them is the big thing. Yeah, even Wii and Wii U games are getting graded. I did not even realize that. I don't know. Like, wait, are they grading them sealed? Like if it's never been open? Like, I know they were grading like the 64 games and stuff. Okay, yeah, like I didn't realize they were doing it with like the Wii and the Wii U games though. That's crazy. Okay, that to me is not ready. It's not ready for grading yet. Like that's a little too far.
Tracy has a hell of a toy collection.
I'm dead.
I mean, if she comes on here and shows some damn toys, I'll be pretty damn impressed, man. If that's really true, that'd be pretty cool. I mean, I don't know, that's stuff some people don't get to show their collections. They live some collectors live like a hoarder. They collect all kinds of stuff, and they never get to show nobody. They have it in their house.
Yeah, Trace said I was thinking I could share. I'm dead. He said,
"Yeah, that's where the off the wall.
That's the off the wall
I was talking about."
I'm dead. Like,
that's what I was like. Okay, there's a limit to what we want to see collections of.
Yeah, we're not asking for those kind of collections.
Oh man, how did I know that was going to lead there?
Well, I kind of knew that's where he was going when he said hell of a toy collection, but I was trying to like not laugh too hard. But Tommy just put the nail in the coffin with that one.
How many booty plugs you want?
Yep.
I don't know about that one.
That's a hell of a conversation ender right there.
I done drank 3 beers and I don't even want to see that shit yet. I'm not ready for that kind of action, Tracy.
That'd be so that's what, about 12 deep? 14? 20? That'd be a long night if you're only at number 3. But I don't know. I think for me, I didn't show you this piece. This one's cool. This is by far my favorite bobblehead. It's the original GameCube statue. It was a limited edition piece that they sent with some of the Mario games. I thought it was pretty neat.
Dokapon Kingdom for Wii sold for $5,000. Damn.
Ooh, that's going to someone's hell of their collection. Could you imagine the person that bought that? What kind of collection they have? I would like to find them people and see what kind of collection they have.
Show us what they got, man.
Show us a real collection. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that'd be kind of cool.
That's what I want to see on here. That there's all kinds of collectors out there, man. There's all kinds of interesting shit to see.
4K
Smash Brothers Brawl 4K sealed. Wow. Imagine if you just kept some of that. Who would have known, like, to keep it in a box, keep it sealed?
Yeah, but your instinct is I want to play it, right? Like you.
Yeah.
Look at Wii solds. They can still be found and graded. Huh. Well, I don't know if I have time for that. Also, you got to be careful. Like, if you're going to send it to be graded, a lot of the grading services are, if you're looking to either collect or sell, like, you're not even able to send stuff in right now. So, like, and if you are, you're having to do it in, like, was it premium is what some of them are doing, like the premium status. Like, they're not even doing the lower end cards right now or anything. Like, it better be worth, like, up there for them to grade it.
Because I think for a while people were just sending in all kinds of cards.
Oh, the video games aren't affected? Oh, well, that's good to know. See, I didn't know that. So when it comes to grading, it's like the biggest thing for me is the cards and like comics. And I know a lot of that stuff was halted. So, like, you know, video games different company, but I know a lot of other companies were having issues, not just like PSA. So that's why I was kind of like realizing that I thought that a lot of them were having troubles because they're just opening back up this summer. It's kind of ironic that they started releasing cards back into the system to be sold, and that's when the grading services are now opening back up. It's kind of a neat little coincidence. WATA, WATA. I might have to look them up, but I mean, I don't have nothing that I would want to get graded, so that's. But that's good to know, though.
You could grade all kinds of shit now. Even Tracy's toys. Get them graded. Get them graded, Tracy. I don't know if you can leave the batteries in there once they seal it. Might get some battery acid. Might ruin them.
Hyphy Gold's in the house. What's up?
What's up, Topher?
That's funny, man.
You don't want to get no battery acid tripping in them graded toys.
I'm autographing and auctioning.
Hell yeah.
I guess that could be in someone's collection. Find Rite Aids and Walmarts and the Boonies games still pop up.
Rite Aid less.
Really, Tommy? I'm gonna have to. I think they closed a lot of the Rite Aids here, so like, but yeah. I bet Topher's collection is fire.
Yeah, man, we want to see Topher's collection, man. He's talking about a video game collector. That's why we're doing this, Topher. So next time, man, when we do the show, we want you to jump on, show us your collection.
Absolutely.
It's not about reselling or nothing like that. We're just talking about collection here. The stuff people don't see.
Yeah, I think it's important to see a different side of it and hang out with it, and it's fun to me. So
yeah, pretty cool, man.
Yeah, sometime I want to share what I got.
Talking
man, we'll have you on there. Yeah, Hyphy said he would join sometime. Want to share?
For sure, man. There. Next time we're on, jump on. So if we want to see your collection, man.
See what you got.
Reading.
What does he got? Topher finds crazy stuff. So does Tripler around. Oh yeah.
There you go, Tommy. I'm telling you, they grade everything now.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's a nice piece. I'd like to find a Mandalorian graded, but wants to know what's that worth.
Even the Boba Fett. Well, the pop's worth $30, but like cards, when you grade it, you could get a $30 card and turn it into like a $200 card. So it's probably like, I think it's about $210 graded. But then it's a 9.2. So, as the value of the pop goes up, the pop's still pretty new. It's 2019, but it's already graded. It's already sealed.
You don't have to worry about it. So if it grows up, you don't have to worry about its condition or anything.
Yeah, it's a Yoda. I mean, the last Yoda pop that there's a Yoda pop that's worth a lot of money, man.
Well,
You got to get them graded now, though, and that's the thing. Some of the pops you don't know
are worth it.
if they're gonna be like Tony the Tiger, a flock pop that came out back in 2016, I think. He's worth $500 right now, going up.
Right. Tommy says he's making himself sick looking at souls of Wii games.
Yeah, man.
Man, just stop. Don't even look no more. Like you know the damage. Don't even worry about it. Just move on.
You probably seen hundreds of these Wii games too at one time, and you're like, man, I should have bought them. Should have bought them.
Exactly.
They were all sealed. I thought they were junk.
Man, could you imagine like going, man, I saw those on clearance for $5 and there was like 30 of them. And that's the one game that all of a sudden was like a low print game that's now worth like 300 a piece. Like, come on, like you'd be kicking yourself in the butt. Like, yeah, I've done that quite a bit. Look back and go, yeah, I should have bought that. Even if it's to keep it for yourself, but
like
I should have done that.
Like those games Topher was showing on one of his videos, man, where they had like the rated R anime inside of the video games. Those are worth some good money, man.
Right?
And those were out there at one time.
Tommy says, you know how many Mario Galaxies we could have bought? Now the $2,500 graded.
Man, it's crazy.
And you could have bought them at that time and made sure. I don't know what the difference is, but I feel like even that they don't take as good a care of the systems and the games when they're throwing them in those cases these days. Like you're hard pressed to find one with the plastic ain't ripped. So I don't know. When it comes to collecting, if I'm gonna buy one new and keep it sealed, I want to make sure it's perfect. So
you think?
Yeah.
I'm seeing a stack of sealed Pokemon for 3DS. There you go.
Sealed, yeah. Well, those, I mean, definitely try to see where those go. But Pokemon is such a, I feel like it's hit or miss. It's like either it is really, really valuable or it's not completely. There's no middle ground. Like I can barely even, some of the Pokemon stuff that I have, it's like, it's not worth even the base value, or it's like the very minimum. But then in some of them, the exact same piece in one character difference or one whatever, one iteration difference, and it's like 5 times its value. It's like crazy. But man,
I'm just curious to see like how. So where do you think video games go, Topher? Since you're a video game person, now that video games are made accessible online, I don't see like today's video games being worth money as far as like value wise. They're gonna go up like the cartridge games were for Nintendo and Sega and PS2, where you still had discs and no, even like when you go down to PS2 and PlayStation, you could get those games pretty much burned on a system. You could get them all put on a,
or is it?
Do you see them still holding value like cartridge games? You know what I mean?
That'd be a good one to really think about, because at what point did it become more pirated or highly printed? Which I guess it wouldn't make much difference though. Physical is dying, so physical games are going to go up. Low print titles, rare. I mean, I can see that aspect of it, but I think what he's saying is in compared to cartridge or the way that they have jumped.
Let's say like now they come out with a game that's like a low print title, but you could buy it in the Xbox store for $2.99 because it was a low grade title, and you're able to download it. You don't even have to buy the game no more. You know what I mean? Like, does that affect the value of a game? Because like back then, even now you could buy Mario, probably, Mario Brothers, and play it on a system like a
right. That's what he's saying. Is you can't. I mean, we know we can't collect digital, but would the value in someone's eyes, right? Would that affect how they buy the physical when the digital is more relevant? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, for me, I wouldn't want to buy a hard disk for $200 when I can download it for 20. You know what I mean? Like, if I had the option, I wouldn't dare do it unless I was that serious of a collector to have that piece. Like,
yeah. So if you were to find a cartridge game sealed, you know it's gonna be worth some buku bucks. Like if it's a popular game title.
well, that's a good point to look at, Tommy. That cartridges don't break, or scratch, but disc eventually damage. Yeah, I mean, I can see where that would limit the availability of good clean ones. I could definitely see that. Right. I mean, I get that. Like, I float that realm between the collector of buying the game because I was always hardcore about buying the disc, but we've moved into a day and age of downloading it and it runs better off the hard drive versus disc. Like, instead of having to live run that disc constantly and spinning it to death. So I don't know. Like, I'm in that middle ground, so that's why it's kind of a good question to ask.
And then like the cartridge games like Nintendo, Sega, they were cartridge systems, right?
Yeah, so what he's saying is they're less likely to break.
Yeah. But like nowadays all the systems were like CD. They all moved to CDs. So how many systems have come out playing discs versus like the systems playing cartridges? Like will that value still be there for the 6 or 8 systems they come out with that play discs, versus 3 or 4 systems that played cartridges?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I can see for nostalgia, old cartridge systems will be worth more than, I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess it is just changing of the technology. So, but I can agree with that. Once they completely go to where, hey, everything is completely digital, like you don't have to worry about a disk drive. Like once they do that, all those games are out. You know what I mean? Like all those games are going to go in value. So even a $20 game is going to go up in value. So like I can see where holding on to them. Yeah. Man, and that's what's sad is I remember like the Sega Saturn. That was probably, I mean, it was a great console, but it wasn't at the same time because of the title releases. So I remember playing it and going, oh man, this had so much potential. But yeah, even 5-6 years ago, you could not sell those systems, the games, worth anything just 5-6 years ago. And as Tommy just put in there, they're selling like hotcakes because now people are into it and I guess everybody's buying back their childhood, what they played up with. So like as they come up older, they're going to buy those things. So,
I mean, I think a system will always, whatever system was in your childhood, there'll always be that nostalgia for it. Whether it's like new, there's kids that grew up with the Xbox 360. I grew up with a Nintendo. So for me, having the original Nintendo or, I'd pay money for it to have an original again or brand new in a box,
I think that's one thing I have witnessed out of all of them is we are starting to see the Xbox 360, right? We watched it come out and it went up in value, right? And then as it started to die off, when the Xbox One came out, you couldn't hardly sell a 360 for $20 to $50. Like you couldn't get hardly anything for a used one. Well, now all of a sudden in this last year, those same 360s that you couldn't get rid of for $30 to $40, they were selling for $200 to $250. And it's like, and they're not letting up. Like they're staying in that 150 plus range for the most part, unless they've completely dropped off, but they're not dropping back off to what they were. So they're slowly stepping into that 64 GameCube era because they're starting to be old enough to where they can be a part of that. So it's kind of cool to see it go up and it crashes, and now it's slowly on the trick up. So we're going to see where it goes. I'm excited to see as far as collecting side.
Yeah, I have a friend that's really into gamings and stuff, like, and he's always like, I don't know. He started explaining to me about the PS3s. He's like, I got the original PS3. It had like 2 chips in it, and at one time, PlayStation called him to turn in his PlayStation because they were getting hot and the solder was breaking on them. But it had 2 chips, and PlayStation tried to get him to send it back for a brand new system, a new version for a PS3, and he decided to keep it. So I could see like a lot of people want that old system, and they fix them. They solder back the little pieces that melt, the little melting points. I don't know. I don't know a lot about it. He just explains this stuff to me, and he's like, "Yeah, that PlayStation had 2 chips, and it was actually a lot more powerful for its time than they expected, but it got super hot." And I don't know. He kind of explained it to me, and he's like, they try to call me and tell me to trade it in for the remake, I guess.
Right.
I don't know, because
I bet he's glad he didn't now. Yeah, the backwards compatibility was the one that is making the money. So
yeah, and that's what he was talking about too. But he said the first PlayStation that was released had more ports. It had like more ports in it. Had 2 chips versus the one like the PlayStation came out with a year later, something like that.
I keep having to approve. I keep having
that stuff. That stuff.
I keep having hyphy. Because of some of the choice language.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
Yep.
I keep having to approve it.
He's into all that, man. He likes modding his PlayStations, and that's a big thing. Why the PS3s are the fat consoles are popular because they can mod them.
Yep.
And that's why they're selling for good money too, because a lot of people want to mod them, add games.
As far as the one thing is about that is, I did find at a couple years ago we had at the Highway 301 yard sale. Yeah, we found I want to say it was a Dreamcast. And it had the transparent yellow controller. Well, I remember just going up to him and said, "Hey, what would you take for this?" And it was in, those old comforter, like those clear bags that when you buy the comforters that unzip. They had a console. It had the original controller, and it had this yellowish controller. And I went, "What is that?" So when I went and looked at it, I could see it was the official, like, Sega one or whatever. And I'm like, at the time, whatever it was, I was like, "That's the transparent." Let me look that up. Well, I ended up selling the transparent yellow one for $140, and I'm still wishing I had kept it, because you know how hard it is to find them now. Like, I really wish I had kept that system, like, because you can't hardly find them like that no more. So let's see. At a collectible, though, the one thing I regret getting rid of was my jungle green Nintendo 64. That was my biggest collectible piece that I got rid of. But I sold it at what I thought was the height of its selling, but not no more. The 1 chip sells double the regular. If serial number starts with the 3, it's likely a 1 chip. I did not realize that. See, there's so much stuff you can learn, and you may have either known part of it or may not know all of it, but I did not know all that.
Yeah, I sold my 1 chip, and I sold it for $120 like 2 years ago.
And now you look at it and go, "Man, I really regret that." Like, yep. Yeah, it could have racked up.
My sealed Zeldas.
Man, so how much do you think, like I don't know, like, I know this is more, we talking more collecting, but man, like, at what point do you either regret keeping your collection or do you wish you sold it? Like, there's a fine line there.
I don't feel bad getting rid of my Nintendo. I had an original Nintendo from when I grew up, and I sold it. I don't feel bad. Like, I kept my GameCube, like, original. I got all the games, the popular games, Zelda, Mario Kart, Smash Brothers. I got Super Smash Brothers, Melee. I mean, I got good games in there, and I just held on to them. And I got the 64, and I got all the good popular games, Donkey Kong, Mario Kart, all the games for that too. they're not sealed, which how can
But
you say, "Oh man, I wish I would have left them sealed"? I just did. I played my games back then. I didn't think about buying. I didn't have money to buy another one just
yeah,
to keep.
I didn't go up with money to buy two. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like
it was hard to
nowadays,
do
like
that.
if I wanted to buy something that I thought would be worth it, I would try to buy two.
Yeah.
That way I could enjoy one. But
Yep. I hear you,
Hyphy's right.
Cobra.
Games are meant to be played. So, but yeah, I don't know. Like the grading thing for me, and I would like to maybe look into that more, and maybe we send off something to be graded just for kicks and giggles, and like have that experience because now the grading experience is completely different than it was when I got things graded years ago. So, I mean, today as an adult,
You caught multiples.
I'm not gonna lie. Yes, a lot of people do that. They'll buy 2 or 3 of it, and kind of like us with the Funko Pops, like they'll keep
One to
one sealed,
play,
one to play, one to collect, and then hold on for one for resale. Like I don't know, like that's a good way to do it. But think about how much money you would drop in hopes that it would be worth it, and then how many of them don't. People be buying my sealed stuff, and I have it directly sent to Wada.
Wow. They sent them directly to the grading company, huh? That's crazy.
Man, that's awesome though. Like I'm happy for you.
Does it ever make you think twice, Topher? Like, man, am I getting rid of some good collection stuff I should have kept, or you know what I mean? That's what's hard about being a collector, and then also selling your stuff because you're like, man, do I really want to get rid of this? And then it's that there's that medium there where you're like, I got to get rid of it now, or hold on to it for more money, or it drops, or it might not be worth more. I mean,
I think any of us with a resale mindset, I think we have a harder time with that than say the average collector. He said I'm overpaid for it. Yeah, but I guess that's our thing is like with me and you, I'm sure Tommy and everyone else is the same way. Is do you let your reseller mindset sometimes affect what you collect? I try not to, but I mean I'm not going to lie and say it doesn't because I'm like, is this really worth it, or should I sell it to find something else that might be worth it? So I think that's a very fine line that you, I guess, got to know for yourself.
Yeah, so, it's
because like
you got to know what games you really like. It all comes down to what you like, what you really want to keep.
Like to me, one of my favorite games, and you might call me crazy, but was PS2 Ratchet and Clank. That was one of my favorite games, just going in there and shooting shit up. So like I had fun with it. Yep. I'm a picky collector, not a completionist. Yeah, so I actually know a guy in our area. He's a completionist. Like he is going to try to get every single game made for that console, and I'm like, good luck. Like you're going to spend some money. Like yes, like Sly was a great game. Yeah, PS3. Well, the PS2 edition was better for me. I personally like the PS2 Ratchet and Clank better, personally. But they were all great games, though. Like when I just remember plugging that thing in and playing it and just having a ball. Like not many games got me that excitedness, and I think that's part of now is people get that same excitement collecting and stuff like that. But I'm a big gamer. Like I enjoy just gaming for fun. So
yeah, I've always just enjoyed playing them. To me, like keeping stuff. As far it's because I played it, and I'm like, man, I don't want to get rid of that. I had too much fun with that system, And I guess it turns into collecting it because you don't want to get rid of it.
Dang, Tommy! One was 70, the other was 50 or 60 disc only. I think blew my mind. Yeah, well, think about it like this: is let's say they had a mint box, but someone scratched that disc. You know what I mean? And it might be open, but the thing is damn good condition. They need to find them a good replacement. You know, you might help them make a $200-300 game. So, and that's where the piecing together. Like, I have a ton of box full of like PS2 box games that are just empty boxes. Anytime someone gives away boxes, like when you go to like places, they go, "Oh, these are all empty." Well, what are you doing to do with them?
Mm-hmm.
It has the game title still in there, and I know usually I come across a stack of crap, and it's like I'll find games in there that are clean, like, and sometimes I'll have the right box and I'll match it up, So, and I think that's the kind of a fun part too, is that finding the one to add to your collection that you didn't know you wanted. But yeah, if I find me another Ratchet and Clank, I'll have to go buy me another PS2.
Yeah, like I've sold Super Nintendo boxes that I couldn't find the game for like $20, like for just a box with an instruction manual and like.
I think you just got the same notification I did. MetaZoo, because that went off at the exact same time.
Oh yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, as soon as I heard your thing go, I went, well, my phone went. I thought it was mine. But no, a garbage NHL game for NES. I need a list for 500. Man. So I guess, is that part of it too? Is that like, let's say a terrible game, right? Kind of like that NHL game you're talking about. Is it going to be more valuable than, say, a popular one? I mean, I know that's a dumb question because, there's not many going to be made. Less print title is going to be more rare. But at what point does the value of it being a not popular game, or if it really was that terrible, why pay for it? Like, I don't know, is that a thing? Like, I want to buy a terrible game for 500, please. Is that the new Jeopardy? Like, I don't know. I feel like you would want to buy the titles that were like impactful to that system, like in the best condition. Right. Like, you're more impactful as a collection versus, oh, well, here's that NHL game from NES. It was terrible, but they only made 400 of them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, call me crazy, but I wouldn't want that title. Bye-bye, Black Panther. He just decided he was done. Pro Sport Hockey complete in box. Oh, wow. Man, that's awesome. Well, see, I mean, but is that worth it though? Like, I mean, I'm sure it is to somebody if they're completionists. I think that's exactly the definition of the collector you're looking for. But like me, I can't collect something that I didn't enjoy. And if that game was that terrible, I can guarantee you I wouldn't have enjoyed it. He said, "No, it's not worth it." So like to me, like I said, like PS2, Ratchet and Clank, that helped me define what I thought of the PS2 in that era. You know what I mean? In that genre, right? Or when I think Nintendo 64, I think of games like Mario Kart, or I think of GoldenEye, or whatever, like those like James Bond games and things like that. So also, people, it's a rare.
But if that game's worth 500 sealed, how much would like a 007 be worth sealed? Probably a lot more, right? I would think.
That's what I'm trying to get at, is if that game is worth a lot and it wasn't an iconic game, you know what I mean? Like, would it have less effect on a high value game, like, or a high played game? I don't know. Oh, someone sold something. But that's an interesting way to look at it, is would it have versus rarity versus stupidity? So I would take that NHL game, or whatever, is stupidity. I don't see it being worth that. Like, if it was GoldenEye new, or even some of the bigger 64 titles or something like that, wouldn't it be worth it? Or the original Mario? But I guess, Tommy, what I'm saying is, you would think that GoldenEye game, right, it would have more than a 4x over or a 2x over the one he just said for a K. That's a crappy game, right? You know what I mean? It's a 2x margin. You'd be better off to buy the crappy game in the long run on clearance and get a better profit return if you were not a collector. it's about how many are made. Well, I mean, yeah, it's all about how many made versus demand. But at what point is the demand based off of the actual people who remember it? Like, if you played it, like everyone knows GoldenEye, right? Everyone played it. They made a lot of them, but it was such a good game. So now you're in that same realm of, well, how many are going to be valid to be used, or how many, like you said, are sealed? Or I feel like that game should now be, you're talking 4 or 5x, not 2. Like, the values don't seem to add up to me mentally versus a game that's a crap game that's going for $1,000.
They made a lot of GoldenEye.
Right.
I can understand, like, if it's like a hidden gem, they didn't make a lot. Like, those are the games that really spike up. They didn't make a shitload of them. It was a limited run.
Yeah.
It was like a hidden gem. Like, man, that was the most awesome game. And
right. Like, I can understand
everybody didn't buy it, but it turned out to be a badass game, and those really spike up in value. But like a shitty game, like, I don't know.
But I don't know.
I would have never owned it. I mean,
right.
To even keep it and say, oh man, I have this game still.
I guess that's
you would have to buy that later on in life. I don't know. It's crazy.
I guess that's my predicament is how would you know it was that hidden gem if no one played it? Like, if it was that, you know what I mean? Like, I get the rarity part, I get the demand part, but how is there such demand for something that no one played? Like, that's the catch-22, right? So, like, I know they make a lot of them because people are going to play it, but I don't know. That's one of the weird ones that I guess we'll never truly understand. It says, but they work with developers who can't really market or push out those digital only. They do push out hot garbage. Yeah, I can see that. Gamers know games. They pre-order the weird stuff, and that's all they play. Yeah, okay. I can see that.
Kind of like Persona 5. Topher got mad at me because I sold that little. Remember that set? Or he wanted that shit. But remember that set I showed you that Persona 5 had the little art book?
Yeah. So he got mad at you?
No, he didn't get mad. He's like, man, you should have told me about it after I put what I sold it for.
Well, see, I think in today's market, that's what I'm looking at, is not necessarily because back then marketing was terrible. Like, we had to do everything with the paper, or it was on a TV commercial. Like, now there's so many different ways to hype up a product, right? So, like, I think the marketing's different, but I can see where now they pre-order stuff and they buy the weird stuff because they know that from history, the weird stuff is more collectible. Like, the limited pieces are more collectible. But I was just looking at, like, when Topher was talking about that old NES game, what set that game apart? If it was that trash, why did it go up? Unless it literally is for those completionists. That's all I want to know. Like, as far as a collector, what would define that as, in our term, a grail? I told you, I know that what defines this as a grail in its own right of Lego, but that doesn't mean it's worth it $400 to everybody. You know what I mean? So, like, what is the main thing that defines it as a grail? I still don't see it with just one of those issues. People like rare trash. Yeah, okay.
They like rare trash, man.
I'll leave it right there then. You know what I mean?
Like Tommy said, they just want to say they have it. Like, oh man, this was rare and I got one. I got a copy.
Oh, so it's more like clout versus, and it's just like trying to get that.
I got this trash ass game and it's sealed and they only made 5 of them, but I got one.
Right. Okay. Well,
I don't know.
If you want to build your collection on garbage, then have at it. Right. Like, I would rather have a collection of stuff that was fun. I just don't see many people wanting to collect something. It's like that GameCube basketball game that was pulled. Very few have it. Right. See, I think he's on the same page with me. It's like I wouldn't want that in my collection. Like, why do you have this game? It was terrible. You would never play it. Then why have it?
NCAA 2003.
What was it? The last one? Was it 17 or whatever it was that went crazy? What number was that? The football game? The last, what was that? Yeah, the NCAA, the last 14 or what? Yeah, something like that. It was crazy. It's like, really? You're talking $150, $200 for a video game that was open. Could you imagine? Oh, yeah, 14. Could you imagine if that was sealed? How many of those, if you got that graded, where that would be? Like, I don't know.
To me, like having like a good game that was old and nostalgic and sealed would be like Techno Super Bowl. Like, what's the other one? That'd be a badass game just to have in a sealed pack. Like, and it was a pretty cool game. Everybody played it. Everybody enjoyed it. How many Techno Super Bowls can you find that weren't open?
Right.
Unless they were stashed away somewhere and you finally. That'd be a pretty sick game to have, I guess. I don't know. To me, anyway.
Okay, so what made, and again, that's my questions, is what made them jump from NCAA 14 to 10 if 10 is now going crazy? Yes, NBA Street. That was, that was a good one. I remember when they made Def Jam and Vendetta Fight for New York. Yeah, like those are games that stood out. But
not to everybody, because
no, not to everybody.
I want to play a real basketball game, not NBA Street.
Right.
And they didn't really. I don't know. I like that game.
What was the other one? They made the arcade version. NBA Jam. I remember playing the arcade version of that, and it got boring really quick, but a lot of people loved it.
Mm-hmm.
Like you always hear him go, "He's on fire!" Like throwing the basketball on flames. So like I don't know. It makes it, I guess, to each his own. Like again, it shows just the diversity of the Tommy Bernhard podcast show. What? Long story. Yeah, Jam was all right. Yeah,
it was all right.
But I remember a lot of people playing it. That's the thing.
It was one of the mass-produced games, though.
Right, but I remember them making it for the arcade, like in the arcade version. He said Krillin. Oh my goodness! Wait, is that Krillin in the house?
Yeah,
that is Krillin, isn't it? I didn't even pay it no mind there for a second. What's going on, man?
Krillin in the house. Yeah, man. I don't know. We'll get some people on here later on, show us their collection.
Oh yeah, this has been a good first night hangout. We already at like the over 2 hour mark, so
so much good info. I'm about ready to get off for the night.
Yeah, me too. I'm definitely team make these.
Lines. Yeah, we'll save that for later.
Yeah, what kind of collections though? We're going to be, I'm kind of curious. As long as it ain't like Tracy's collection, we're okay.
Yeah.
We don't need none of that right now. Yeah, that was Krillin with his new unimproved name.
What's up?
And so we got a few people in here now, but
we'll have some people lined up in here.
Yeah, definitely
later.
I think we're definitely, like I said,
we're scared to jump in and show us what they got.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're definitely going to be.
We'll start off with Tracy and her toys next show.
Uh-oh. That's a dangerous second show. You realize that, right? We'll have to bring Tommy in here too, and make sure that like them two kind of keep each other in check. So, but I am going to be getting, like I told you, one of the guys from Bleacher Breaks, and I want to talk to him about the collecting side of it and the pack ripping, because I think that'd be kind of cool. Because again, like this is one of my favorite cards, so I'm excited for that. And he said he was down for it. We just got to schedule it. So
yeah, but we want him to show us their collections, like not talk what they sell.
Well, it's not selling him.
I don't want people to be jumping here and talk about, oh man, I'm fucking selling this. I don't give a shit.
No. He wants
to collect.
No, when he talks about it, he talks about what people are actually collecting, and that's what he
Yeah.
likes. He likes to do pack rips based off what they're collecting.
Yeah.
Some people collect divisions, some people collect teams, like
yeah.
and that's
I want
what
to see people that have some wild collections and
right.
stuff.
So
We're not gonna be.
It's not gonna be reselling the whole time. Like we're not gonna be doing all
not
that.
at all,
so,
man. Fuck
yeah.
that shit.
Yeah, we
I
can't be
don't
doing
really
all
want
that.
to hear about that. You know, I sell my own time, but and here it's like people show us their collections.
Yep.
You know,
we might look at one and go, "Dang, what's that worth? Like, can I buy it? I want to buy it." Like,
yeah, you know. I mean, we might. I mean, there's people on here that jump in that like this stuff and want to buy it. You know.
Oh yeah, you never know. Someone may made you an offer.
Talk business on the outside.
Oh yeah.
But, you know, getting some people on here to show us their collections, what they enjoy. That'd be cool.
You're going to take your pup for an illegal walk. Y'all quit playing Call of Duty? No, we still. Well, Marcus kind of has quit.
I'm too busy with shit.
He's too busy. I still play pretty regular. I was actually supposed to be on tonight, but we let this show that we originally thought was going to be like an hour until someone said, "Keep going." So, but I think we're going to try to keep it to like an hour. Hop onto Twitch. I have been doing some Twitch.
There's gonna be some wild people that collect shit on there. They might have a big collection. It might be on longer than an hour.
Oh shit!
There's some people that have some big collections out there. Stuff, you know. That'd be cool.
Tommy, do you even follow? Well, I changed my name, so you might not see that, but it is Lord_Nikon_. And
every Friday.
Every other Friday. Every other Friday.
Every other Friday for now.
Yeah. So. Yep, that's me. And actually, I had a redesign for that. I figured we'd do it real quick, but it's pretty much me with a hood, and it's like the cartoon version of me, but you can see me underneath the hood. I thought the designer did really good on it. It did really well. But yeah, I mean, it was fun, man. I had a good time. But we'll get more people to show their collections, and you know, I'm sure we'll find more stuff along the way. And if I can get to this event tomorrow or on Sunday, who knows? I might be showing off a few Jason David Frank pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be kind of cool because if I get one of those, I'm not getting rid of it. So we'll see.
Yep.
All right, everybody. Well, this has been
cool,
fun,
man. It was cool. Get some, you know.
Absolutely.
It was good to be on again.
It's nice.
Get that little dust off, man. From I don't know. This is a totally different life for me. You know, there's gonna be plenty of collectors out there collect all kinds of shit. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think if we just focus on that, it'd be great. So, all right, everybody, it was fun. We will see y'all in roughly about 2 weeks. I'm going on vacation next week, so yeah, I'm gonna have fun with that. So,
we will see y'all. Joining in, y'all.
Yeah, man. Y'all have a good one. All right.
Later. Stop.
Take it easy, Hyphy. Later, Tracy.